As a parent, I'm noticing and I'm starting to get to the point where I'm comparing my upbringing to my current upbringing of my child. And I'm also in a situation where I'm starting to compare me as a parent to my parents as a parent. And I've come to openly realize that it's unfair to them. Because when I'm analyzing my parents being parents, I fail to clearly understand their upbringing, their environment. But when I'm comparing my upbringing and my current parental status and my parental education and knowledge and experience, it's really based on watching my parents. So you're always a byproduct of your parents. But sometimes that product is not a product that you're happy with. We sometimes become ashamed of our current situations because we feel like we should always be somewhere else. And I was doing some thinking about it, and I was like, I have two parents, but that's all I know. So when it comes time to clearly analyze and carefully pick relationships, it's one of those, this is all I know. So sometimes I have to fail. You have to fail in these situations to properly understand. But as you get older and your maturity level increase, your tolerance and your energy to deal with these things decrease. When you're in high school, it's like, ooh, I'm stressed out. Okay, disconnect, slam my door. When you become an adult, it's like, damn, I gotta funnel this in a healthy manner because I affect people, and that's what I'm noticing with parenting now and trying to compare it to when my parents were raising me. My parents would raise me on some, okay, well, I know what my mama did. I'm going to do it or don't do it. But it wasn't no dads around, It was no dads around for my mom and my dad. All they had was their mothers. Their mothers went crazy. I would too, having multiple kids with no help. Back in those days, limited resources, limited opportunities for women. And you got these women raising these kids by themselves. And I think about me now, I try to act like, it's easy. And it's only easy to me because of the ideas of how I was raised. I was raised in a single parent household. Damn, I still made it. So as a parent, I'm like, well, shit, got two parents. Got a mom and a daddy. Easy breezy. But in reality, it's not that damn easy. It's the same struggle. It's just how you're dealing with the struggle, I spent some time with my mom, and my mom, she is a certain way. No matter where she at in her life, that's who she is. So it doesn't matter when she had a kid, that's who she is. And the same thing with me, I'm in an age where I'm like, damn, I don't want no more kids because it's hard. And it's like, you are who you are. So while you're having kids, that's who you're going to run and be. I like low stress. I like high energy. I like to always be doing something. I like to crash and relax. And when I don't want to be bothered, I don't want to tell you. I want you to feel my energy. And, when you meet people at hello, you don't get that vibe. You have to educate them about yourself. And that's who I am. I like to educate people who I am. But I like to also educate my child on who I am so she ain't surprised when stuff happens. And that's what I feel like the disconnect is between my upbringing and me as a parent. Because as a parent, I'm like, hey, child, A, B, and C. This is why. This is what happened. This is the outcome. But when I was raised, it was like the outcome happened, and then we reflect on it in a manner of, I'm your mama, I'm your mama. It was no balance. It wasn't well, I'm your mama, this is what your daddy said. It was, I'm your mama. That's it, So me raising my child is challenging because she gets the balance of, well, I don't like the way mama do it, I like the way daddy do it. I don't like the way daddy do it, I like the way mama do it. Mama's more nurturing. Dad does dad things, That's equally as challenging as just having one parent dictating everything. And what I really want to focus on, like, the lack of love and respect that we give to our parents because we take them for granted. And then the moment they pass away, we all crying, hurt, passing out, can't live, depressed. We have to take more time to love the people who are here while they're here, because they're not guaranteed, And you don't want to have a lot of resentment and pain towards your parents and your ass die, and your parents have to live the rest of their life knowing, damn, I killed my child. Who wants to live like that? And same thing with your parents. You don't want your parents to be living and then they about to die, and then you just all of a sudden, Mom, Dad, I loved you, I'm sorry, I hurt you, I pain. Because that pain that you were creating and holding on to, it helped lead them to a more stressful life. Now, I'm not going to say it killed them, because technically, you're supposed to handle these things in a manner and take care of yourself in a healthy manner. And a lot of times, I don't feel like our relationship with our parents affects them to the point of killing them, but it does create definitely more stress, I would definitely say. Because when you look at the whole religious timeline of how life is, you don't know when you're going to be born, you don't know when you're going to die. So it's a little challenging to look at it like, hey, you helped kill that person, because technically they was going to die that way beforehand. So I feel like just moving forward, I just want to focus more energy on loving parents and grandparents, because, we're going to be parents and grandparents one day. And the way we treat them is going to set up the foundation on how we're going to be treated. Because if all we know is point the finger, blame people, negativity, we're going to be expecting that even if we don't get it, or we're not going to know how to properly deal with the struggles of being parents and grandparents, because we have, like, set up this expectation of what to expect based off me doing this. For an example, we look at our past and, like, my past was bad because of B. So if I don't do B and I do something else, I have a good future. So we live life performing differently than what we feel like we were raised in or treated like, and the end result is something. And sometimes you can't live with those results, for example, as a parent, I remember my mom, she did not like going to my basketball games. I didn't play that many sports. I just played basketball. My mom did not drive. Okay. So, like, currently, I coach my daughter's team so I can make sure I'm there. It's like I went extreme overboard because my mom didn't put in the effort. But as I got older, I started to understand why she didn't put in the effort. It wasn't she didn't care. She just wasn't able, and I held it against her for so long. I'm like, Mom, you never this, you never that. And the same thing with my brother, I thought my mom would, like, attend more of my brother's games, but she didn't attend more of his games. She performed the same activities with him that she did with me. So, she's just not able, and we can't hold things against people that aren't able. It's just part of how life is, you gotta love people for who they are. So overall, my main thoughts and feelings on the situation is just love people while they're here. Because when they gone, you're going to kind of take their place. And the energy you give out, the energy you're going to get back in. Boom.